I refused to wish my son a happy birthday. I didn't say the words. I skipped it. And yes, part of me hoped it would make him realize something. Maybe even apologize. Maybe come to me and ask why I was distant. Instead, he told me he had lost hope in me and that he already had a family who loved him without conditions. That hit harder than I expected. Before you judge me, hear the full story. This happened last year, but it still hangs over my house like unfinished business. My mom brought it up again recently while I was planning my youngest son's birthday, and everything came rushing back. I have 3 boys. My middle one is the focus here. He's always been the quiet, creative type. The kid who prefers alien movies over sports, who spends hours in his room making stop-motion films with figurines and his phone. When he was younger, I thought it was adorable. Now it feels like a wall between us. Something changed when he hit his teens. Conversations turned into sarcastic one-liners. Every serious talk became a debate. He over-explains jokes until they die. He inserts commentary when adults are speaking. Sometimes it's clever, sometimes it's funny, but often it feels like he's challenging everything just to prove he can. His birthday approached. I asked what he wanted. I always try to make birthdays special. He said he didn't want a party. He wanted to stay in his room and work on his film. No dinner, no gathering, no candles. Just quiet. I asked about family, friends. Didn't he think people would want to celebrate him? He said they could text if they cared. That stung. It wasn't just the refusal. It was the tone. The certainty. Like he was above the whole thing. He's done similar things before. During his older brother's send-off party, he stayed in his room most of the night. When I asked him to help clean afterward, he questioned why he should. That argument lasted longer than the party itself. I'll admit something uncomfortable. I do spend more time with my youngest. He still hugs me, still asks for bedtime stories, still thinks I'm the center of his world. That's easy. That feels good. The middle one sees it. He's commented on it before. The day of his birthday came. His dad dropped him off with an alien figure from one of those horror franchises I can't stand. He loved it. My mom gave him a gift. His brothers wished him well. I stayed on the couch. I didn't say it. If he didn't want a celebration, I thought, then I won't force one. He can't reject the whole idea and then expect emotional ceremony from me. We went through the day. He edited videos. I played with my youngest. It was quiet, calm, even. That night I went into his room. I told him I hadn't said happy birthday because I was tired of the sarcasm and the attitude. I wanted him to understand that pushing people away has consequences. He looked at me calmly and said he didn't care about the words. What bothered him was that I did it to be petty. He said he had already lost faith in me, that he felt I played favorites, that I guilt trip instead of listening. When I listed all the things I've done for him over the years, he cut me off and said that parenting isn't a favor. That sentence stuck. My mom later confronted me. She said I punished him emotionally, that I'm the adult and he's still a kid, even if he doesn't act like one. I defended myself. I didn't yell. I didn't slam doors. I just chose silence. But months later, while planning my youngest's birthday, my mom made a quiet comment about hoping I wouldn't ghost this one too. It felt like a verdict. And here's the part that bothers me most. I don't know whether my silence hurt him deeply or barely at all. He seemed fine. But something shifted. Something colder. He's intelligent. Teachers like him. He has friends. He's creative in ways I genuinely admire. But he challenges everything, including me. Especially me. He questions my opinions, my music, my posts online. He acts like he sees through me. Sometimes I wonder if I reacted not because of a birthday, but because I felt replaced. Now he speaks less at home, spends more time away. My oldest avoids taking sides. My mom thinks I'm wrong. My ex offered advice I didn't ask for. And the only person who still looks at me like I'm unquestionably right is my youngest. That thought scares me more than the birthday ever did. Was I setting a boundary, or was I retaliating? That question lingers. Second story. I work in an office with about 50 people. One of my colleagues sits across from me. We're both married. For years, our interactions were normal workplace conversations. Weekend talk. Funny videos. Office complaints. Nothing unusual. Recently, though, she started texting me outside work more often. She said she enjoyed how easily we talked. I agreed. I'm friendly with many coworkers. One evening I needed a ride home. She lives nearby, so I asked. During the drive, she shifted the conversation. She said she had started seeing me differently, that she felt attracted to me. Then she placed her hand on my thigh. I removed it calmly. I told her she's kind and attractive, but I'm married and not interested. That it wasn't appropriate. The rest of the drive was silent. After that, the messages intensified. She said she was unhappy in her marriage, that she couldn't stand seeing pictures of my wife and me online, that she wanted to meet outside the office to talk. That's when I realized this wasn't harmless. At first, I considered handling it quietly, but then I thought about how easily stories can twist. So I told my wife. I showed her everything. She wasn't angry. She was concerned. The next morning, I scheduled a meeting with my boss and human resources. I brought all the messages, explained everything, requested distance. They called her in. An hour later she left the building in tears. She had admitted feelings and framed it as fighting for love. I didn't see it that way. She was told to keep it professional or risk losing her job. She chose to leave. Weeks passed without incident. Then her husband contacted me. He said her story didn't add up. We met in a public place. I brought my boss. I showed him the messages. He apologized. Apparently, this wasn't the first time something like this had happened. Since then, silence, peace. The difference between the two stories is striking. In one, pride and hurt escalated conflict. In the other, transparency prevented it. One fractured a family bond. The other protected a marriage. Both started with small moments. Both could have gone very differently. And in both cases, the real turning point wasn't the event itself. It was the response.